Alright, hello and welcome to this random video idea I had and wanted to do. So, years ago, I played a lot of Hearthstone. I think I've posted some Hearthstone stuff on this channel before. I haven't played Standard in a long time. Technically, I played Standard earlier in this month, but just like for less than an hour. I logged into Hearthstone and threw together a deck and just played some aggro. I watch streamers sometimes, like No Hands Gamer, play Standard. Anyway, but what I wanted to do was there's a new set coming out that actually looks really interesting, looks really fun. And I thought it would be cool. I think we just barely got all the cards announced. So I thought it would be cool to do like a little rating of every card. And to do that, I first wanted to introduce this video with a little look at the meta. So this is HS Replay. They have a tier list for all the standard meta decks. And I don't know any of them because I'm not playing Standard right now. But I wanted to start with a little introduction, going through some of these A and B tier decks, and use that as a foundation to, one, obviously understand how good these new cards are going to be, but two, help you understand how I'm going to be grading these new cards. So I'm going to be grading these new cards on a 3-star scale, 1, 2, or 3 stars. 3 stars means that these cards are very good cards in A tier decks, or maybe like the best card in a B tier deck, but they like define the deck. They're just that powerful, and the rest of the deck isn't that good, so it's only B tier. So 3-star cards are the best cards you can expect. So let's take a look at Bubble Paladin and just look at some examples here. I don't know anything about Bubble Paladin, but here's the deck. You've got Righteous Protectors, Twilight Eggs, Acceleration Aura, Inspiring Maul, trigger random friendly minions, end of turn effect. So this is an end of turn paladin. It's called Bubble Paladin because of Divine Shields, I see. So, like a card like Sand Fury Aura, your minions end of turn effects trigger twice, last 3 turns. That might be a 3-star card. I'm not sure. Flight Maneuvers might be a 3-star card. Summon 2/4/2 Drakes, give your minions +1 attack and Divine Shield. That's probably not. No, that one's not. That's like a solid 2-star card. So 2-star cards are cards that go in A tier decks and B tier decks, but they're not the best cards in those decks. They're just there because like you need 30 cards in a deck, so these are the ones that are good enough to make the cut, but if you swapped it out, like the deck would still function properly. And Flight Maneuvers is probably close to 3 stars. It's probably right on the cusp. I would guess you could swap it out. And obviously I'm just like making a stab at what it is in the current meta. That's not really the point of this video. It's pointless for me to make guesses as to what are the 1, 2, and 3-star cards in the current meta. Those are pretty much knowable. Question is, what of the new cards are going to be 1, 2, and 3-star cards? So Manifest Timeways, this would be a 2-star card. If you control an R, deal 3 damage to all enemies. So like, it's a good optionality to have. It has a powerful effect, but it's not like the reason this deck is OP. Getting to the end here, I expect some really powerful auras. Like maybe Chronological Aura counts as a really powerful aura as a 3-star card. I would say it does. At the end of turn, give a random friendly minion +4/+4 and Divine Shield. That is probably, well, that is just yeah, a Fabled card from Geblin of Tomorrow, right? Yeah, I think. As is this one. At the end of your turn, restore 4 health to all your characters last 3 turns. Isn't there one more? No, it's just those 2. But this would be a 3-star card, assuming it's really good in the deck. I assume it is. Yeah. Yeah. At the end of your turn, deal 2 damage to all enemies. End of turn effects triggering twice. I guess it's listed here in the core cards. I don't know if I would even put that as a 3-star. Like I said, I don't know, but my guess is that like maybe this is not as critical as this is a 3-star card. Divine Shield taunt. Your Divine Shields take 3 hits to break. That's why this is called Bubble Paladin. the end of your turn, give your, yeah, this one's a 3-star card. At the end of your turn, give your minions Divine Shield. Any that already had one, gain +3/+3 instead. So hopefully this gives you a good vision as to like the breakdown of my 1, 2, and 3, or at least my 2 and 3. I haven't talked about 1-star grades yet, but this is a 3-star. This one is probably only a 2-star. This is a 3-star. This is a 3-star. This is part of the 3-star Fabled card. This is a 3-star, and then most of the rest of them are 2 stars. Cards that were just good enough to make the cut, but like aren't the defining cards in the deck. They're not the core cards that would be listed up here. And so we're not going to go through each of the meta decks right now and do that. I just wanted to give you like an example of the 1, 2, and 3 stars. 1-star would be cards that aren't in here. So if a card is in this, like none of these are 1-star cards. If a card is making the cut in a A-tier deck, it's a 2-star at worst. A 1-star card just is a pack filler that's not going to make the cut. Sometimes these are good cards that don't make the cut, right? So like if we go down to C tier, let's see. We have almost every class represented in B tier, which is pretty cool. I don't see any rogue represented in... No, there is a rogue here. I don't see any... Who's got priest? Is that what we're missing? Looks like we're missing priest. Okay. So if I look at Quest Priest, which is the best priest deck according to this list, it's a C tier deck. So if I go to Quest Priest, like Flash Heal, probably a 1-star card. I guess you could say all of these are 1-star cards because none of them were good enough to make the cut in a really good deck. And that's going to be the trickiest part, is cards that are really good, but their deck sucks. So like Medivh is a really good card, but the deck just sucks. So Medivh is a 1-star card. So there are going to be some classes as we do the grading where the whole class is just going to be 1-star because that's how it panned out. So yeah, let's get into one last look at the meta deck. So there are only 3 A-tier decks, and 2 of those 3 decks are Paladin. So it seems that the meta is very aggressive if you look at the curve on this. Lots of 2 drops, lots of 4 drops. And then very few high cost cards after that. Silverhand Paladin, same thing. Lots of 1 drops, lots of 2 drops. Very low curve deck. So it seems that the meta is very low curve. I don't want to say aggro, but very board based. What's Unholy Death Knight look like? This is an interesting one. Kind of evenly split. Even this one, though, you see is still the curve. Oh, you can't see the curve because of... I'm looking at this over here. The mana curve is lowish curve for this deck, but very low curve for the Silverhand deck. You can see very skewed right here on the mana curve. Okay, let's slide this back over though. Let's put that at the top. Okay. Anyway, so what are we trying to learn here? The A-tier decks are all board-based, low-curve decks. So there's not a lot of board clear. Average game duration is 7.1 minutes. That's very fast. 7 minutes or less. 6 minutes, very fast. Okay, compare that to Quest Priest deck, 13.5 minutes, like twice as long. So it looks like the meta is very fast. Although we can look at the B tier decks. There are a lot of them. Just gonna peruse. This looks pretty low tier. Herald Shaman comes in with... Not low tier, low curve. Yeah, very board based. Cards like Summon a Random through 3, 2, and 1. The Shaman Herald gives adjacent minions attack, so this makes sense. It's a board-based, low-curve deck. Also, Dragon Warrior, 8 minutes, a little bit slower, but the high end just tops off at, what, Promish, and this costs 3 less, so that's a 5 cost, ideally. This is a 4 cost, ideally. So really the highest cost card is just Gromish. Super low curve. And super aggressive, it looks like. So the fastest decks, it looks like, as I'm going to review these cards, are going to be the 3-star cards. Are the cards that enable the fastest decks. Or cards that are classes and cards that are impressively control enabled. They printed really good AoE and health regain tools. This is not it. Burn Mage is just aggressive, you know, shoot them with spells. It's not board based, which is worth noting, but it's definitely not board clear based. It's just deal enough damage to your opponent before the game is over. Imbue Paladin. This is a slow deck. This is a slow board clear centric deck. Quality Consecration, classic combo, but you also have Renewing Flames. It's not a super powerful board clear. You can see that even in this slow deck, the only real board clears here are Quality Consecrate. And then it is just a board-based game that takes a long time to win, somehow. Egg Warrior, another slow deck, although really low curve. And not based on board clears, right? Is there a single board clear in here? This is removal. It's got like one big removal card and that's it. Oh, this and then yeah, this is 2 copies of it, but 1 card that is reasonable AoE. No, okay, and this is AoE also. So Warrior has some AoE stuff, which you would expect it to be one of the bigger AoE classes. Aggro Druid speaks for itself, Face Hunter speaks for itself. Egg Warlock is low curve and fast. So we have a sense of what is happening in the Hearthstone meta right now. That was the whole point of this little deviation. Now we're going to get into the fun stuff. We're going to grade all the cards 1, 2, or 3 stars. There's 135 cards. We'll see how long this video takes. We're just going to go from the beginning of their page here on Hearthstone, and it's organized class by class. So here we go. Stardust Scythe. I'm going to grade them all probably 1, 2, or 3 stars to begin, and then at the end of the class, I might retroactively just make them all 1 star if I think the class will not be represented in A and B tier. Although if you look at the current meta, it's possible that that just doesn't exist, right? It might be that every class has some deck that is A tier or B tier. The only one missing here, I think, is Priest. Even Warlock has a B tier deck, it looks like, with the Egg Warlock. And anyway. Is there a Demon Hunter here? Just curious. Looks like there is no Demon Hunter, so no Priest and no Demon Hunter in A tier or B tier. So that means those 2 classes, as we review these cards, are going to have a much harder time getting 2 and 3 star cards, because I just know that those classes aren't good right now. Okay. Stardust Scythe. Isn't all Stardust? After a hero attacks, get a Void Soul. What's a Void Soul? Oh, yeah, there's going to be this Void Soul archetype. Looks pretty fun, actually. Summon a random 1 cost demon and improve your future Void Souls. Assumedly 2 costs, 3 costs, and so forth. 4 mana, 3/2 weapon. After your attacks, get a Void Soul. If Void Souls are good, this would be a 3-star card, because you probably need just every single Void Soul generator you can get. I don't think they'll be good. I'm going to say this is 1 star, but we might amend it if we see some crazy Void Soul enablers in the rest of the set. 3 mana, 3/4 taunt, Death Rattle, get a Void Soul, 1 star, because I don't believe in Void Souls. Void Blast. Deal 3 damage to a minion. If it dies, get a Void Soul, 1. I'm going to say 1 star. Ironically, I think this is the best we've seen. better than a 3-mana 3/4 taunt, better than a 4-mana 3/2 weapon. 2-mana deal 3 damage to a minion is like a classic staple in these kinds of decks. Helps you fight on board early game, and then you ramp up to whatever you're trying combo to do. And I could even see this like, no, this wouldn't go in a non-Void Soul deck. I was gonna say like 2 mana deal 3 damage, and then like Void Soul is a decent card, but Void Soul is not a decent card. It just isn't. If you're just splashing Void Souls in. So this is a 1-star card, unless Void Souls are insane. Oh, it's gonna do this to me. I wanted to jump to here, but it skipped to Mage for some reason. That's fine. It might just be a little bit more clicking, but we'll keep going in order. We'll do it one class at a time. So Prepare is a new mechanic. You drag your card to the deck like you would for tradable, and then any of your leftover mana discounts that by the amount spent plus an extra 1. I did not realize that was how that worked. Wow, I did not realize that. That makes Prepare way better. Holy. So for example, if it were turn 5 and you wanted to, and you didn't have any good cards to play, you could drag this to your deck and discount it by 6, so that on turn 6 you can play this for free, plus you know, then you can send 6 mana summoning demons. So a lot of these Prepare cards are cards that are like really good to play with other stuff, but they're expensive, so you prepare them for a huge amount, and then on future turns you get to play them for 0 mana, which is just really powerful. I mean, that's the idea. Or, you know, not 0 mana, but some amount of discount. This seems terrible, though. Like, if it was a 6 mana... I don't know, I just have a hard... It's just a big stat dump rush. Just put a big idiot in play, kill a big idiot, which is a powerful thing to do, but you have to invest into a good deal, and then they just remove it. It doesn't have taunt. Yeah, or they just remove it, or they just kill you. It doesn't have taunt. It doesn't deal damage to the enemy hero. It doesn't gain you life. Seems terrible. And if I click next, is it gonna go... Okay, Void Soul is actually also just a card that was printed. It's not a token, so that means you could run 2 copies of Void Soul in the whole Void Soul deck. So 2 copies of Void Soul. I mean, you can see the deck builds itself here. 2 copies of Void Soul, 2 of Void Blast, 2 Vicious Void Scales, 2 Stardust Scythes. So you get all, you know, turn 1, 2, 3, 4, you get your Void Souls. I just don't think they're going to be good. You're going to miss. You're not going to hit the 1, 2, 3, 4 most games. They're going to summon random card, you know, minions that are terrible and don't fight on board well. Yeah. Not a believer. And then we have to skip around because it's being weird. But we'll read the rest of the Demon Hunter cards. All minions cost 2 more. Prepare taunt. I think this is going to be 1 star because I don't believe in Demon Hunter, but this is a cool card. It must be terrible, though. Prepare doesn't mean that the card doesn't cost 10 mana. At best, it means that the card has like a 1 mana discount. If you thought about this as a 9 mana 6/12 taunt, all minions cost 2 more, that's not good enough. There are a couple of ways to think about how to play really expensive prepare cards. One is that like on turn 9 you prepare this and do nothing on turn 9. You skip your turn 9. So that on turn 10 you drop a bunch of minions and stuff and then you play this. And you're threatening lethal and they can't respond very well because their minions now cost more. Another way to think about playing prepared cards is you like cut the mana cost in half and you think about like, okay, on turn I skip, instead of skipping turn 9, I skip turn 5. I like skip turn 5 or whatever turn is convenient to skip. Like in a game of Hearthstone, it might, between turns 3 and 6 there might be a turn where it's especially convenient to skip because your opponent had a slow turn because they missed their curve or something. Like they play a 2-drop, on your turn 2 you respond to it. They play a 3-drop, on your turn 3 you respond to it. On turn 4 they didn't get a good 4-drop, so they play like another 3-drop. So on your turn 4, you skip turn 4 and you prepare this. And if you prepare this on turn 4, it costs 5 mana. So then on turn 5, you can drop a 6/12 taunt. So that's like the other way to play prepare cards, is you don't play it for free with a bunch of stuff late in the game by skipping the turn right before it. You play it for your whole 5 or 6 mana turn by skipping the previous turn, and it just comes out way earlier. And this coming out on turn 5 is not a big deal. As soon as I said that out loud, I'm like, well, that's not really true, right? Looking at all the current meta, it seems like because the game is so board centric, there are going to be classes that have a hard time dealing with this on turn 5. But you're behind. You know, you're behind because you had to skip a turn to prepare it. So the 6/12, yeah, it's not going to be that big of an issue. You might hit them in the face for 12 because they take 2 turns to clear it, but even then, that's not going to win you the game. And the rest of Demon Hunter looks like it's not very good. So I'm going to say this is 1 star. Deal 2 damage. Shuffle a random Demon Hunter spell into your deck. Do it again. This seems really bad. Random Demon Hunter spells are not good. Especially if they're going in your deck and now you have to draw them? That's crazy. Discover a card in your deck. If it's empty, gain +4/+4 instead. I don't know what the synergy is with this, but this seems terrible. 1 star. Cost 1 less for each coin you're holding. Oh, that's not a Demon Hunter card. Dark Bribe. Draw 3 cards, pick 1 to give to your opponent. Seems terrible. 1 star. Day 7,902. I'm not alone anymore. Trastath can help me. Give Irida the strength she needs. Irida. That was my name, but it sounds so strange to me now. The walls won't stop whispering. They won't stop. They won't stop. They won't stop. Battlecry. Send your deck to the void. At the start of your turns, get 2 cards from the void. 4 mana, 7/5 lifesteal. No, this is bad. I'm thinking about, what does this do? It gives you card advantage by letting you draw 2 cards per turn. The cost is you can't draw cards during your turn because you don't have cards in your deck. You have cards in the void, and she gives you 2 of the cards from the void. At the start of your turn, to get 2 cards from the void. I wonder if you also still draw the card at the start of your turn, which means you're taking fatigue damage. Even if you don't, I think this is not good enough, but if you do, that makes this really, really bad. I mean, I know it's a 4 mana 7/5, but 4 mana 7/5 lifesteal is not a good card. Play that on turn 4, you're still going to lose the game. Unless you're swinging into something huge. And gaining card advantage can help you swing into something huge, but there are ways to gain card advantage in Hearthstone, and it's called card draw. Just play cards that draw cards. This means that you can no longer play cards that draw cards. So you only get 2 cards per turn, which is just not good enough. This is bad. Demon Hunter, they're all 1 star, mostly on their own merits, but also by virtue of the fact that Demon Hunter won't be good. Mage, Spire Security. Keep in mind the only mage deck right now is Burn Mage. This is really funny. They're adapting the quote from Fellowship of the Ring. One is not simply. Anyway, 3 mana, 3/4. Battlecry, reveal a spell in your deck. If it costs 5 or more, deal 5 damage split among enemy minions. 2 star card. This effect will be very useful to have in a big spell mage deck. But it's not critical to what big spell mage needs to do. It's just cool to be able to drop a 3 mana 3/4 body that helps clear the board. 2 star. If big spell mage is viable, which I don't think it will be, so we might retroactively turn this to 1 star because big spell mage is not a thing. Maybe it's called Imbue Mage. No, it's just not a thing. Breakout Architect. 5 mana, 4/5. Discover a spell that costs 5 or more. It casts twice when played. I just don't know the... Let me pull up... If I minimize this, what happens? It just goes blank. Okay. Let me pull up Hearthstone. And we'll keep going, but I'm just going to see if there's a good pool of big spells in Mage. Because if it's got like oh, I don't remember. Tsunami, 8 mana, summon 3/3/6 water elementals that attack random enemies, or 8 mana, summon 2/5/6 minions with taunt and elusive. Like, we've got a bunch of those hanging around. This is a great card. This would be a great card. 5 mana, 4/5, get a chance to discover a card that is just a board fill that your opponent has to respond to. That might be really difficult for your opponent to respond to. But if none of those cards are in and you just get, like, mostly AoE spells, it's probably bad. Okay. Pulling up the card library in Hearthstone. We'll come back to it in a moment. So potentially 3 stars, I would say. This would be deck defining if you could expect to get good board creation spells from this. And that you do need good AoE tools, though, because you still have to make it to turn 8. How do I properties, Hearthstone. Oh yeah, you can see my Mage, 5 mana, freeze a minion and destroy, and its neighbors destroy any that are damaged. Summon a random 6-cost minion would be good. It's a good board creation one. This doesn't work. It's a cool card. It wouldn't be good in this scenario. So at 5 mana, we've got, I'd say 3 misses and 1 hit. But you're discovering, so you can do better. I don't know what the ley-lines are. Okay, I see. Choose an upgrade for your ley-lines. So draw a card, it costs 1 less. Deal 4 damage to a random enemy minion. Excess damage hits the enemy hero. Summon a random 6-cost minion. Trigger an additional time. Cost 2 less. Increase the effect by 2. So this seems like it would be great. You would put this in the deck. Are these actual cards that you can just run? Leyline Nexus? Yes. So the Leyline deck is a thing that's not good right now, so that's worth paying attention to. But this would be extraordinary if you were doing Leyline stuff. Blizzard would be bad, but you would pick it sometimes because you need the safety. Anomalize would be good to cast twice. Deep Freeze would be good to cast twice. Flame Strike would not. Spellweaver's Brilliance would be fine. Relic of Kings would be great. Okay. I think... Oh, I don't know. So, I think the oomph of the Mage deck... Let's go ahead and bring this back. I think the oomph of the Mage deck is going to be good enough to see play. would be good enough to see play, but the question is, does it have the support? Meaning, do you have ways to not be dead on board on turn 7 and 8 and 9? And the question is, right now, probably not. So if we don't see any reasonable board helping things, then this is going to be 1 star. If this set does print good board helping things and maybe life helping things, then I think this would be 3 stars. I should also point out that this helps. This is a board helping card. 5 damage is not a huge amount of damage, but you just drop it on 3 and just make sure you're keeping up on board. You get a 3/4 body. It's not bad. This would be 2 stars. This would be 3 stars. Like Alchemist. Choose a card in your hand. Transform into a spell that costs 5 or more. Keeps its original cost. This is bad. You wouldn't run this. A random spell. Costs 5 or more. Yeah. 5 mana. Oh, if this was 3 mana, I don't think I would run it. But it wouldn't be well balanced at 3 mana. There would be games where it would be insane. It wouldn't be good enough on average, I don't think. But then, like, the games where it is good, it just, like, feels so overwhelming. So you run it just because sometimes you have a chance to just win the game off of it alone, which is bad card design. So, I mean, it's a good thing they didn't make it 3 mana. But the effect is not good enough. You would need to attach it to, like, an actual good body for 5. Jailhouse Mana Storm. After you cast a spell this game, summon a random minion of the same cost. Yeah, this is good. This would go in the big spell mage deck, and this would be probably a 3-star card in that deck. It's just about fighting for board, and Jailhouse Mana Storm probably is net positive in fighting for board. I mean, he must be. If I think that this is net positive in fighting for board, which is a smaller body, 5 mana 4/5, then 5 mana 5/5 would have to be good enough. And his effect is better too. So this would have to be 3 stars if I'm going to be consistent. When an enemy minion attacks, transform it into sheep. This is 1 star. Old Snap. Freeze an enemy and get a random frost spell. 2 stars. It would go in decks, but I'm not confident. It wouldn't be defining in the decks. It's 1 star or 2 stars. And it looks like everything's going to be 1 star because I don't think... This doesn't seem good. Unless I'm missing something. Code Violet. Here we go. Summon an 8-cost minion. If you've cast 3 other spells this turn, do it again. This is a 3-star card. This is extremely defining for the big spell mage deck. If you've cast a spell this turn, cast a random mage secret. This is 1 star. Discover a spell or refresh your options. Two stars? I think this would only barely make the cut, but I think it... Maybe it wouldn't. Taking 5 damage in mage is so bad. I think... After looking at all the new cards, I think Mage is going to be 1 star. I know I said 3 stars on some of these, but I don't believe in Big Spell Mage. Big Spell Mage is not going to be tier 2 or tier 1. And the reason why is because the meta is too fast right now. And so you're going to be behind on life total. None of these have taunt. You're going to be summoning random minions that don't have taunt, and then you're either going to die or... No, that's it. You're just going to die. You're either going to die before you can get to these mana totals, or when you get your big swing turns, you're not going to have enough likelihood of coming back. You can't gain life. These won't necessarily have taunt. It just won't be good enough. Mage is 1 star. Okay, Jade Guardians. Get 2 random 8-cost minions. They cost 1 for each card you played for 2 mana this game. Okay. This seems like a 3-star type of card. I have no idea how likely it is for you to be able to pull this off. Let's do a quick look at just rogue 2-cost cards. Cultist map. Eyes in the Sky? No. Eyes in the Sky is bad. Eventuality, if you're doing imbue stuff. I wonder if you would... Is imbue rogue a thing right now? I don't think it is. I mean, rogue is not even... Herald rogue is a thing in B tier. Imbue rogue is a C tier deck, so it does exist. C tier's not good enough, but maybe it becomes good enough with some interesting tools. I'm not sure. I would enjoy playing imbue rogue. I could see myself doing that. But other 2-cost cards in rogue, so like maybe you do eventuality, shuffle the leftmost card in your hand into your deck, draw 2. I'm not jazzed about that. Weapon, summon 2 1-cost minions with +1 attack. Foxy Fraud for sure. Shuffle 3 ninja, jackpot. Corona's Last Stand. Okay, Rite of Twilight. So maybe actually the 2-cost thing goes in the Herald Rogue, which is a B tier deck. Play another minion, you've already played, draw a card. Seems terrible. I don't know, these 2-cost rogue cards seem bad. The idea of Jade Guardians is like a 3-star idea. But actually looking at the pool, I don't think realistically this is going... You have to do nothing on the turn you play this. So you're already paying 3 mana for these. And they're random 8-cost minions. Yeah, this is a 1-star. Deal 2 damage to a random enemy. Shoot 1 time. While holding this, play cards for 2 mana to shoot more. It's 2 damage to random enemy 1 time. So... This could be good, because what it's doing is killing your opponent. I don't know how realistic it is, but you play like a long rogue game with random generation garbage and holding on, fighting for board, and then suddenly you play this and it shoots 15 times and you win the game. I don't know if you can get this to shoot 15 times, but that's, I think, what it would take in a long, drawn-out game. If the game's not going to be long and drawn out, then, I mean, playing this and shooting 8 times would be good. This is a 3-star card if the 2 damage archetype is good, which I'm thinking it won't be. Get 2 random 4-cost spells, reduce their cost by 2. So this helps with that, but this, again, is a bad card. You're spending 3 mana to get random junk. 3 mana, like, getting random junk is not good. You're reducing their cost by a total of 4 mana, but that doesn't even make up for the 3 mana you're spending to generate random junk. So this is a 1-star card. Deal 3 damage to a minion. If it dies, shuffle a copy of it into your deck that costs 2. This is bad. It goes in the archetype, but it's not especially powerful. You're shuffling stuff into your deck that maybe you draw, maybe you don't. Black Paw's Whip costs 1 less for each coin you're holding. Death Rattle, draw a card. That's cute. It's a Fiery War Axe if you're going second. Coin Whip, Concede. I don't know how good that would be. My guess is that this will go into some rogue decks and it'll be... Draws a card. Yeah, this is going to be a 2-star card. Not deck defining, but it's pretty solid actually. Death Rattle, get a coin. 1-star. Okay, +1/+1 for each other card played this turn. Yeah, so it's like Edwin Van Cleef, but you can make him cost 0. And it's only getting +1/+1. So this is a 1-star card. Not good. All numbers on this card equal your remaining mana. Right. This is really cool card design. It's not good, but it's very, very cool. 5 mana, 5/5, deal 5 damage to an enemy minion. I'd probably put it. It's probably 2 stars. It probably goes in a lot of rogue decks because it is removal, flexible. This is a cool idea. Is this rogue? Yes, it is. Slice and dice. Replay all their cards played this turn. End your turn. This seems terrible. And a Lotus Kingpin. You always go second. Very cool card. This will go in some C tier decks because it's so interesting. People will play it, and it might not be good. I haven't read the rest of the card. It might be a 3-star card. I don't know. I doubt it, based on the rest of the Rogue cards looking bad and Rogue not having a lot of good decks right now. You can upgraded counterfeit to replace your coins this game. Gain 1 mana crystal this turn. Summon a Jade Golem. Deal 2 damage to random enemy minion. Get a random 1-cost Kazakis potion. Okay. So there are 3 options. I don't know what the best option is. You don't get the upgraded coins until turn 6, when you have to then play a 6 mana 6/3. Seems like a 1-star card. Very cool, though. I wish it was a 3 mana 3/3. Waiting until turn 6 to play any of your coins is bad, and playing your coins before means the battle cry no longer matters. Oh, you get 2 coins. So it's kind of like 4 mana card. Quite a bit. Oh, it is. There are reasons to believe it's better than a 4 mana card. It's worse because it can't actually come down until turn 6, but it's better because the coins you get are now upgraded, like guaranteed. I don't think the deck will be A tier or B tier though, so I think it's a 1-star card, but it's going to be the best card in the deck. Okay, so far we're 3 classes in, and I've given them all ones. Well, now I have to like adjust and say I don't believe in this rogue 2-cost archetype, so I think, and I don't believe in the coin archetype, so I think this is a 1-star class. So I've given some cards more than 1 star, but by the time I got done with the class, I have retroactively made everything 1 star. So far everything has been 1 star. Let's see if that changes. After friendly minion survives damage, give it +1 attack. I'm guessing this is 1 star. Death Rattle, give your damaged minions +1/+2. Is there going to be a damaged minion archetype? There have been damage your minions archetypes before in Warrior, but they have never been the ones that buff your damaged minions or anything like that. Which there has been a lot of that in the past, and they've never been good enough. It's always been cards that draw you cards when you damage them, or summon minions when you damage them, or gain you armor when you damage them. So we'll see. Until I see really, and also we had Risky Skipper. So until I see a Risky Skipper-esque card, Risky Skipper's not in the game right now, right? They didn't like cycle it secretly into Warrior QRS. No Risky Skipper. I mean, Risky Skipper's an insane card. So this won't be good. This will be 1 star. Give minions in your hand +1/+1. Legendary minions gain action +2/+1. Hand buff has traditionally been bad. Doesn't look especially good hand buff. 1 star. Oh yeah, Warp Tooth. Saw this posted the other day on the subreddit when it was announced. This is a 3-star card. You have to figure out a way to get it to work though. So we'll see. We'll see if there's a way to get it to work. Rampaging Hound. Force all enemy minions to attack this. It's a 3/12. It's like a pseudo 6 mana, but the prepare makes it more flexible. 3/12. 15 stats. Right, this is where hand buffing would be good. This is like a 2-star card, I'd say. But probably it'll be 1-star, and if I don't think that Warrior's going to be viable, because remember, what's the only Warrior decks right now? We've got a few of them, actually. Herald Warrior. Yeah, we've got the Sanguine Depths to deal damage to stuff. Maybe Warrior's just in a better place than I'm giving it credit for. Herald Warrior, Egg Warrior. What egg does it run, by the way? Does it run the, Yeah, it runs this. Runs the Egg of Kelos. Why? Interesting. Interesting that this is a deck right now. I'm actually kind of blown away. This seems like a terrible deck. But it has a 60% win rate, the highest win rate. So I also, this is just the plebeian HS replay. So, like, the meta, this is for all of the ladder. The meta is definitely different at, top legend or whatever, but that's okay. We're not going to stress too much about that. We're just getting an idea of the types of things that are powerful in Hearthstone right now. And somehow Warrior is powerful, and I'm looking at these, and these just don't seem that strong. I guess you just get to do a lot of damage with this deck. Anyway, that makes me feel a lot worse about this card. This seems like a 1-star card. The only Warrior decks that are good right now are fast, and this doesn't seem like it helps you go slow, and it's not fast, so 1 stars. Crowd control, deal 2 damage to all minions. If your deck has 25 or more cards, deal 2 more. Oh, right. This would be a good type of AoE. 3, it'd be okay. 3 mana, deal 4 to all minions is like pretty mediocre actually, and it has a condition, so you can't just put it in any deck. You have to put it in a deck where you shuffle stuff into your deck, which it looks like there's a legendary that does that again will be popular but probably not good. Gain 2 armor. Shuffle 5 gear spells into your deck that give 2 armor when drawn. This is terrible. 1 star. Scrappy Defender. 4 mana 2/7 taunt has +5 attack. 4 mana 7/7 taunt. This would go in the big deck archetype, but the big deck archetype surely is bad, so this is probably 1 star. But if it's not 1 star, then it's 2 stars because it goes in the deck. Let's just quickly look at the legendary. Start of game, duplicate all their legendary cards in your deck. Okay, not even just all of their cards, only legendary cards. 8 mana 10/10 taunt. This seems bad. It gets to synergize with the Warp Tooth, which is cool, but what other legendary cards are you putting in the deck? I mean, I don't know the Warrior legendaries, but surely this can't be good enough. And you have to put enough in that you can reasonably expect to have 25 or more cards in your deck when you play your Scrappy Defender or your Crowd Control. This archetype doesn't seem good. But we'll look at the last card here for Warrior. 2 mana 2/4 can't be played on either side. Oh, can be played on either side. Valkyrie deal 1 damage to all their friendly minions twice. A good card. It would go in a slowish warrior deck. It wouldn't go in a fast warrior deck, and slow warriors are going to be bad. But really cool, the disguise cards that can be played on either side. Very cool design. Okay, we're 4 classes in. They're all 1-star classes. Let's move on to Druid. 3 mana, 3/2, Battlecry. Summon a 2-cost taunt minion. If you have 10 or more mana, summon a... This is really good. Right? Maybe not. Playing it on 3 is not great. And playing it on 10 doesn't matter because games don't really go past turn 10 very much. And if they do, like, a 3 mana random 6 cost is not that powerful. Yeah, this is like a tier 2. Might go in. Probably is a tier 1, actually. I could see this never making the cut. Draw 2 minions. If you have 10 or more mana. Okay, so now we need to look, before we keep reviewing these, we do need to look at the Druid sheet legendary. It's this one right here. Start of game, if your deck has only cards that cost 3 or less, set your mana to 10 after 5 turns. That would be on turn 6, by the way, is what I read. So, is turn 6 too late to start dropping your Spiteful Chefs and your lethal recipes? Spiteful Chef is much better than lethal recipe, I'll say that. I can't tell. What is the Druid deck right now? Just aggro Druid? Yeah. Well, okay, my guess is that this card will be good. This will be like a 2-star card, might see play. And this will be a 1-star card, it won't see play. That's my guess. Discover or choose one card that has both effects combined. Give your opponent a plain copy. 1-star. It's not making the cut. So yeah, it's like the legendaries mess up the arrow cycling. Anyway. Infest the Scullery. Summon a random 4-cost minion improved by 1-star. Widow's Bite. Give your hero +1 attack this turn. Gain 1 armor. Add Widow's Feast to your hand. Widow's Feast +2, gain 2, and Banquet +4, gain 4. This is a cool card design, and I cannot tell if it will be good. If it is good, I think it'll be 2 stars. This is like 3 stars, I think. Just goes in the aggro Druid, and it's very powerful. But I'm not sure. Maybe just 2 stars. Secret ingredient. Choose 1, +2 attack, or get a random card. 2 stars. To your attacks, draw a card. 1 star. After your hero attacks, discover a Druid card, reduce cost by your hero's attack. One star. Okay, Druid's gonna have some viable stuff. But it's just because you can slip this into your aggro deck pretty well anyway, right? Like the aggro deck, what do you lose in the aggro deck? You lose your Wicker Fang, Wildwood Circle, Panther Mask. Maybe it doesn't go in the aggro Druid, but I think this creates an archetype. And it looks very similar to aggro Druid, but you have a little bit more stuff like Spiteful Chef. And what else do you put in there? Widow's Bite. Maybe you have to put Lethal Recipe in. And Staff of Trickery. Because they generate stuff. So I'm gonna amend Lethal Recipe and Staff of Trickery and Widow's Bite to 2 stars. Chef Nethrek is 3 stars. Spiteful Chef is 2 stars. And then we'll see. We'll see what other 3 cost or less stuff you put in there to make your deck viable. Spiderling's probably only 2 stars. Okay. Paladin. Another Aura, and Aura Paladin's like the best deck right now, so I don't know how good this is. Seems weird. What are the 2 costs or less? Couple eggs. Violet Treasure Guild, but you want the battle cry for this. You don't want to randomly summon it. Yeah, so it doesn't seem good in the current deck. Summon 2 minions from your deck that cost 2 or less. Okay, so there's this new archetype of minions from your deck that cost 2 or less. Give them Rush. Not sure if this is good. Scarlet Recruiter is 3 stars if summoning random 2-cost minions from your deck is good, but I don't think it will be, so I think it's 1 star. Which is why I think this is 1 star. Holy Bola. Draw a card. If it costs 2 or less, draw another. Bad. 1 star. While building your deck, pick a 2-cost minion. 10 copies join your deck. Oh, right. What 2-cost minion do you want? Put this on. This is hilarious. And I would love playing this if there was a 2-cost minion that made sense to put it on. And that is, it needs to be good to just summon it from your deck, presumably. Brash Battle Master. Maybe. No. 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 Okay, so no Paladin 2-cost except for the Brash Battle Master. Let's see about these. No, 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 no. Nope. Hilarious. I would want to try it, but no. Dirty Rat. Hilarious, but probably not. Frostbitten Imp, like, honestly, maybe. Injured Tolvir would go in before Dirty Rat, but also still probably no. Micro Machine, no, I don't think so. Bladed Beetle, no. Selfless Protector, I don't know if it would be better or worse than Injured Tolvir. Probably better, or probably worse, I mean. Ba-ba-ba. Twisted Treant? Tortolan Storyteller, no. Okay. Very interesting, and probably it will be a tier 3 deck. That's my guess. Which means these are 1-star cards, unfortunately. This just seems too good. I'm gonna actually make a bold statement here, since I haven't made any bold predictions yet. I'm gonna say this will be a tier 2 deck. And it's probably gonna be the Silverhand Recruit one, which means this is gonna be a 2-star card, and this is gonna be a 2-star card. Whenever this gains stats, gain an extra +1/+1 wherever this is. Is buff paladin a thing right now? Seems bad. Let's gain stats twice for it to end up having been a 4 mana 5/5 Divine Shield taunt. 1 star. Choose from the minion set all minion stats equal to that minion's. 1 star? It's way too expensive. If your deck has no neutral cards, summon 2 Vigilant Sentries. That's powerful. Is Racist Paladin gonna be a thing? I don't know. This doesn't make it good enough on its own. After your hero attacks, give your paladin minions +2/+2. Seems bad. 7 mana is a lot. It's like a tier. It's probably a 2-star card. It probably goes in some really good board-based decks and finishes off your opponent. If your deck has no, here's the 2 cost. Oh, this okay. This I love this. I love this. This is gonna be powerful, I think. You put 10 of these in your deck. You summon a bunch of them. You get a bunch of random paladin stuff. Your Vigilant Sentry is a great 3-drop. Awesome. Which means a lot of these paladin cards go in just because you need more paladin cards. And then the last legendary. Destroy all non-paladin minions. Probably doesn't go in. Probably you don't want to... Maybe it does. Board-centric deck. Turn 9, you just get through your opponent's taunt by dropping this. And you need to put paladin stuff in your deck anyway. I can see it. Okay, priest. Yeah, so isn't there this thing, or let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so they're not printing Warlock cards, and they're not printing one other. What am I missing? Priest. Printing Hunter, right? Hunter's here, Druid's here. Paladin and Priest are here. Mage and Rogue are here. No Warlock. And no... What am I missing? Did I miscount? There are 11 classes in Hearthstone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are only 9 classes being printed. So which classes? Warlock's not getting any cards, and... Priest is. Rogue is. Oh, is it Shaman? Yeah, no Shaman cards. Okay. Warlock and Shaman aren't getting new cards. Okay. Yeah, Paladin's going to be really good. Paladin already has the best decks right now. I believe Druid might be good. Let's see how good Priest is going to be. We've got Soothsayer, Prepare, Taunt, Death Rattle. Restore 6 health to your hero, summon a random 6 cost minion. It's a good card. I don't know if Priest will be good. Priest has no good decks right now. So, like, what is Priest going to try to be doing? Imbue Priest, right, is like a tier... A Quest Priest is a C tier deck. And then Control Priest. I don't know if this would... What is the Priest quest, by the way? Cast 4 Holy Spells, cast 4 Shadow Spells. Well, this doesn't really go in that. I don't know if it really goes in Control Priest either. I think this is 1 star, but we'll see if there's like a new Priest archetype that is emerging from these cards. Oh, right, like Undeath Sentence. This could be crazy. This seems like a a 3-star card. But I don't know what death rattles are good. Well, this is a death rattle. Get 3, 1, 1, but this doesn't seem great. Random legendary minions. Got to get to turn 6. It's not that expensive. I could see it being this one. Maybe this is the death rattle deck. Ironically, this would have to be a 3-star card in that deck if it's the death rattle you're trying to copy, but you can only put one copy of it in, which is worse for the undeath sentence situation. Any other death rattles here? Reduce the cost of cards in your hand that recover from your opponent by 1? No. Oh, Soothsayer. Yeah, Soothsayer could be the death rattle. Restore 6 health to your hero and summon a random 6-cost minion. And then you... Yeah, it's like on turn 3 you prepare this, which means now it costs 3. On turn 4 you play it. Or, yeah, like, I guess, optimistically, on turn 2 you coin prepare this. On turn 3 you play this. Very powerful. And then, after it dies, you play Undeath Sentence to get a random 6 cost and heal yourself for just 1 mana. So what's the rest of what your deck is doing? I have no idea. You probably still put Care of the Broken in as like a thing to do. I don't think this good. This feels like a 1-star card. 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 The copying stuff from your opponent does not seem like a good strategy. This seems like a 1-star card, and this seems like a 1-star card. So... Priest is going to be bad. I mean, these 3 cards aren't going to be good enough. And there's... Priest is not in a good spot right now, so there's not enough Priest cards. Well, I could see... I guess you do Imbue Priest. Maybe? It's a little bit sketchy. Ritual of Life is a good card. And then, yeah, you just do Imbue. I would have fun playing Imbue Priest. I don't think it's going to be very good. I think this is a 1-star situation, but it's kind of close. Okay. Death Knight. This is tricky. So they didn't print any Frost cards. What's our current Death Knight? It's a 8-tier deck. Unholy. You run Grave Strength, and it's just like an aggro deck. The thing about aggro decks is it's rare that there's stuff that like really makes them better, but we'll see. 1 mana 5/1 could do it. The Doctor is in Disguise. Yeah, this probably goes in the deck. The Blights are... They just deal 2 damage when drawn. There's not a token here for them, which is unusual. But yeah, this would probably go in. In some matchups, you play it on your side on turn 1, and then bam, you pop them for 5 damage sometimes. In other matchups, you play it on their side, and you get, it's like 1 mana. That doesn't seem very good, does it? They're probably not going to draw these Blights, and they only deal 2 damage. This is close. This is close to being good enough. We'll see. Are there bad 1-drops in here right now? Like, or bad 2-drops? Maze, like, put it in instead of Maze Guide. Put it in instead of Monstrous Mosquito. No, Monstrous Mosquito is great. Twilight Egg is great. Yeah. It's a little bit hard to make the cut. Maybe put it in instead of Shadows of Yesterday. I don't know. Or instead of Nerubian Swarm Guard. I think it's a 1-star card. I think it doesn't quite make it. It's so close, though. Like a 6-1? Pretty interesting. Anyway, the Living Plague. This is bad. 1 star. Tower of Ghouls. After this minion takes damage, summon 2 1/1 Frail Ghouls. Frail Ghouls die at the end of turn, but they have charge. 2 of them. This probably slips in instead of Swarm Guard. And maybe instead of Shadows of Yesterday. This seems like a 2 or 3-star card. I like that card. Deal 3 damage to minion, refresh your hero power. Blood Gem. I don't know if there's like hero power shenanigans that would make me care about this. But that would be 1 star if there aren't. Let's see. Get a second hero power that costs corpses. Give a minion +3 attack. Oh. I don't think Drink Blood would go in that deck, so still that's 1 card. Discover 5 cost minion, spend 5 corpses to summon a copy of it. 3 mana? That's a 3-star card. This is like a 2-star card. I don't know if it makes the cut. It's red, it's /green, which is a little tricky. Although I don't know if there are any 3 red gems, so probably you can just put it in the red gem deck, no problem. 2 hero attacks, summon a... Oh, this seems like a 3-star card in the aggro deck. You definitely find a place for that. Prepare battle to destroy all your other minions, draw a card, and refresh a mana for each one destroyed. I don't think this makes the cut. It's an interesting card, but I don't think it's good enough. 1 star. Bone Flare. Deal 3 ruinous among all enemies. If a friendly minion died this turn, deal 3 more. This seems great also. It's a 3-star card. Maybe 2-star card. Yeah, it's probably a 2-star card. It's not deck defining. Okay, and then we're on to Hunter. And that'll be the last class we review. So it looks like Death Knight is good, Paladin's good. Those are the best 2. Those are the best 2 decks in the game right now anyway, which is ironic. And then Druid is maybe okay. Priest I don't think is good, but I think I might have fun playing like Imbue Priest with some of the new cards. See about Hunter. Right now Hunter has a decent deck with the Animal Companion thing, although it's not in the tier list, is it? Where's our best Hunter deck? Companion Hunter, yeah. So Companion Hunter, decent deck. I've seen a lot of it be played. No Hands Gamer was playing it for some time. So with that in mind, let's review the Hunter cards. Sewer Swimmer. Trigger friendly minions Death Rattle. Don't know if that's good. Probably 1 star. But maybe there's crazy Death Rattle. Give a friendly minion Death Rattle, summon 2 random 4-cost minions. Like, that seems really good. I have to be ahead on board, but it's a good effect, and the fact that you can trigger it is cool. I could see this being a 3-star card. I'm gonna say 2 stars instead. A 2/1 rat with Death Rattle, draw a card. Yeah, I mean, look at that. You play this on 2. On turn 3, you coin this. And that's already good tempo. Then there's another scenario where it's like on turn... Well, yeah, there's no way to get... Well, no, there is, because this has prepare. Oh my. So, like, on turn 3, on turn 2, you play the location. On turn 3, you prepare this. Now it costs only 1. And then on turn 4, you coin, play this, use your thing, play this. Oh my. And then you get 2 random 4 costs, a 5/4, a 2/1 that summons 2 random 4 costs. You draw a card, and the 2/1 also draws a card when it dies. It's extremely powerful. Seems like a 3-star combo among these 3 cards right here. Yeah. Whenever you play Death Rattle minion, give a brush. I don't know if that would make the cut. My guess is it won't. 1 star. Guard Dog. Death Rattle. Summon a random 1-cost Death Rattle minion. This seems great. This seems like a 3-star card. The Death Rattle Hunter archetype seems really good. Summon a random 5-cost beast. Shuffle 2 spells in your deck that do it again when drawn. This seems good. This seems like a 2-star card. Just kind of slip it in there. Death Rattle, draw a spell that didn't start in your deck. Sure. I mean, it would go with the Beast Tripwire. 2 stars. Deal 5 damage, but among all enemies, shuffle 2 spells. Sure, 2 stars. There's the shuffle and synergies. And then we have to look at the 2 legendaries. Rat Catcher. Copy all spells on your deck. And draw 1. I mean, that's good in the shuffle, cast when drawn spells into your deck. It's not a very... It's a fine card, right? 3 mana, 4/2, draw a card. 3 mana, 4/2, Death Rattle, draw a card. It's okay. It probably makes the cut. It's like a 2-star card. Put in your deck, pick 3 Contraband Beasts. Discover 1, it costs 3 less. My understanding is that the 3 Contraband Beasts, it's beasts that, from any class or any set. Seems cool. I don't know what it would be that would go in, but I look forward to people experimenting on it. If I were to experiment on it, I don't know. Any beast ever? How many beasts are there? There's got to be like 1,000 beasts out there. Anything that's crazy to have cost 3 less? Okay, the Druid 7 cost and hires didn't look that impressive. Like Tortola? Maybe? Trenchstalker, maybe? Nelly, maybe? Probably none of these, but maybe Asphyxiodon? Oh, Glug the Gulper. For sure. And Blackwater Behemoth. Altosaurus, maybe. Seems like Glug the Gulper is the best one we've seen so far. if that's allowed. I don't know if you can actually take ones from wild. You should be able to. Janeli is hilarious. Hydralodon actually is insane. King Plush. Stargrazer, maybe? What's Malorn do these days? 5 shoot, not that good. Mulch Muncher, no. Omen, maybe? Ursock, maybe? Yeah, so there are a few that would be good. I think my favorite is the Glug from Shaman. Glug the Gulper. That seems really powerful. Oh, I wasn't sharing my screen for that. Oops. Whatever. King of the Underbelly. I think it's going to be a 2-star card. No, I think it's going to be a 1-star card. It's like... It's not going to have a tier 1 deck, but it's going to be the best card in some tier 3 decks. Some C tier decks. Okay, and then neutral. Oh no, there is Warlock Shaman. They're just below the neutral cards for some reason. Well, let's review the Warlock stuff first. Look at 3 cards in your opponent's hand and secretly choose one. Death Rattle, discard it. 1-star. Keep in mind, Warlock doesn't have any viable decks right now. Destroy all minions, summon any demons in the bottom 3 cards of your deck. 1-star. 9 mana is too slow. Taunt. Death Rattle. Put a 9/9 demon with Taunt and Lifesteal on the bottom of your deck. I mean, it goes with the archetype. We'll see if there are any other summoned demons from the bottom of your deck. Make a minion go dormant for 2 turns. If it's friendly, demon give it +3/+3 instead. That's a 2-star card, if Warlock has any decks, which I don't think it will. Summon a demon with stats equal to your hand size. It attacks a random enemy minion. 1-star. I'm not believing in Warlock. Draw 3 cards. Cost 1 less for each card in your hand. 1-star. Deal 2 damage to an enemy minion. If it dies, cast this on another random enemy minion. Uh, 1-star. Taunt. Battlecry. Gain 1 health for each card in your hand. It's like the old Twilight Drake in Handlock, but I just don't think it's good. Maybe I'm wrong. 1-star is my guess. Start a game. Overdrawn cards return to your hand when you have the space. They cost 1 less. Oh, that's cute. I think this is not going to be A or B tier deck, so I think this is 1-star, but I think it'll be fun, and people will try it, and I might try it. Okay. And then Morag. Death Rattle, summon a random demon from your deck. Give it Death Rattle, summon Morag. 1-star. Cool card. 1-star. I don't think Warlock's going to be good. Shaman can be played on either side. Overload that player for 2. Shaman doesn't really have many good decks. It has a Herald deck that is good because it's minion-based, aggressive, board-centric. This will probably not be great in that deck. So 1-star. Get a random spell that costs 5 or more. If your deck started with no spells, it costs 5 less. One star. 6 mana, 6/6 is bad. This is like 2 stars. It goes in an aggressive shaman deck if you have Battlecry minions to play. Similar, 2 stars. Lifesteal, deal 2 damage to all enemy minions. Cast 3 spells, turn it into a minion. Is it, what, a 7 mana, 7/7 minion? With a Battlecry that does this? So, yeah, there's no way to know how good this is. Assuming it's a 7 mana, 7/7, I think this is a 1-star card. Not that good. Get a random shaman minion. It's locked in your hand and is... Yeah. Get a random shaman minion. It's locked in your hand until you play another card. 1 star. Freeze an enemy. Draw 2 cards. 1 star. Deal 4 damage. 3 mana, 3/3. Deal 4 damage. If you cast the other spell, this is like 2 stars. Then we can look at the legendaries. Choose an elemental. Choose your elemental ammunition. I don't remember what they all do. It doesn't tell me, unfortunately. I don't remember them. I remember them not being that good. This is a 1 star. And then the Mugsy is... Doesn't show me the related stuff. I don't remember. So I don't know. I don't remember what the hero powers do. Oh, there they are. Maybe? No. Yeah, their interface is a little bit messed up here. I think this is going to be 1 star, though. I remember seeing it before. I don't think the hero powers are good enough to justify the deck building restriction. Okay, Warlock Shaman 1 star. Now we get to go to the neutrals. Probably was better to start with the neutrals so then we can have more context for all the class cards we are evaluating, but I think it's more fun to start with the classes. Miss a card in enemy hand. If they play a card with that name next turn, get 3 coins. 1 star. Gullible Guard. 1 star, but hilarious. I haven't laughed this hard in a long time when I saw them print this. Oh, you're a guard who left their gear at home? I am so sorry. I thought for a moment you were a prisoner trying to escape. Violet Punisher. 3 mana, 4/3. Battlecry. Choose an enemy minion, steal its bonus effects, and gain +1/+1 for each stolen. So it's like the old Violet Crusader. 3 mana, 3/3. Steal Divine Shields from all minions. This is good. This will go in some decks. It's like a 2-star card. 5 mana, 5/3. Cost 2 if there are no minions on the battlefield. A 3 mana, 5/3 is not good. This is a 1-star card. Sewer Imp. Deal 2 damage to all enemies. This is a good card. This is 2-star card. This we'll see play someday. Maybe not in this upcoming rotation, but someday. 1 star. Arachnethid. 1 star. Rat Burglar. At the end of your turn, steal all cards that entered your opponent's hand during your turn. 1 star, but very cute. When you prepare while holding this, reduce this card's cost by the same amount. Oh, this is a 3-star card. It's going to enable a lot of prepare cards. You just put it in, well, we'll say 2-star card. It's not going to define the decks, and there are going to be some decks that don't have enough prepareds that you put it in. But this is a classic, 0 mana 3/4 taunt thing to do alongside your powerful turns. 1 star, not good enough. Well, you just play it on an empty board. Look at this card. Look how bad this is. If there are no minions on the battlefield, this costs... Oh, it costs 2, not 2 less. Okay. This is still a 1-star card, but I at least get the design choice. This is a 3 mana 5/4 if you don't have any minions, which is a lot easier to control. I don't think this sees play. 1 star. Matches his attacks and survives, draw a card, and escape the game. I think this is 2 stars. I think it'll see some play. Draw 2 cards. If they're both minions, gain charge. 2 stars. I think this will see play. This is going to see play in the Paladin deck. Not the racist Paladin deck, but the 2-drop Paladin deck. I don't know if it'll be good. I think it will probably be a C tier deck. So this is probably 1-star card, but it's very cute. I like it a lot. I want to try it. Okay, what else do we have? Togwaggle, Smuggler, King. Shuffle both players' hands together, 1 star. Infernal. 6 mana, 6/6, and all their characters. Also triggers in hand or deck. Oh, that's cool. You destroy stuff in your deck. 1 star. Cool design, but not good enough. Reckless Detective. Detective's Clothes. I assume Detective's Clothes a 4 mana card. Yep. That makes this probably 1 star. Not good enough. At the end of each turn, gain Reborn. Wow, that's a powerful card. 2 stars. Alarm-O-Matic. I mean, this already existed in the game, right? It was called Alarmobot. No, it was a random card in your hand. This is cute. 1 star. Frantic Forger. Get a random playable spell. It is temporary. 2 stars. It'll see play. Pickpocket. 1 star. I don't think there's a 25 card or more archetype that's going to be viable. Concealing Confection, 1 star. Random weapons aren't good enough. 1 mana, 1/2s aren't good enough. No, I didn't mean to hit play now. We're almost done. We have a couple of legendaries. Choose a card to discard to summon a 5/5 taunt. Free Zeramat, who plays 1 each turn. This seems good. This seems like a 3-star card. Warden Maiev. After you play a minion, give it +3/+3 and make it go dormant for 1 turn. 2 stars. It'll go into some board-based decks that like this effect. Black Market Auctioneer. This will be a 3-star card one day. But probably not right now. Give a friendly minion +2 attack and rush. 2 stars. It'll see some play. After you play a card, get a random battlecry minion. It costs 2 less. 1 star, but I think this is cool design. I'm gonna try it. Gonna try it out. And that's all the cards. Thank you for coming to my card review. That's it. Maybe I'll record some Hearthstone videos in the future. I don't know. This set just looked really fun to me because there's like these rule-breaking stuff. Like, you know, you get to put a bunch of 2-cost minions in your deck. You get to play stuff on your opponent's side of the battlefield. These disguised cards. What else was really cool? Chef Nethric, you get to go up to 10 mana on starting on turn 6. Just some cool stuff. You always get to go second. I mean, it's some cool stuff. Some very cool stuff. So if it... Yeah, we'll see how fun it is to play. I have some decks that I'm excited for, but that's my card review. We'll catch you next time.